Hey everybody, Bandicoot Commando here, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Last time, we started the game. Basically, we picked up where we left off at the end of the second game. Ezio just got done defeating Rodrigo Borgia, and he spoke with Minerva, an event that will happen sometime from now in the future, and that only Desmond can stop it. So we're back here at the villa here in Monterey. I'm still tired. I'm just gonna say that. And we're just doing little things to set up for the celebration of defeating Rodrigo. So today, we're gonna do more of that. So what's the next of these things we can do? I know one of them's on the scaffoldings of the ramparts. Yeah, that one is. I think this one... Or actually, one of these is outside, like, yeah, right around here.
Buongiorno.
Ezio, Mario is going to murder me. I have lost his favorite horse.
Do not despair. I will bring it back.
God bless you, Ezio.
Now, how do we find a horse? Oh, there it is. Oh ho ho ho! Ugh. Get back here, you crazy thing. I don't think you should be doing this in real life. Get here. If a real horse is going berserk like that, you shouldn't try doing that.
Here.
Grazie, Ezio. I can no longer keep up with the horses. Promise me you will enjoy your good health. Do not spend as much time in battle as your Uncle Mario.
My battles have already been won.
That is good news. Arrivederci, Ezio.
Alright. Now, we gotta go up here to the... up onto the walls here, to the scaffoldings. Going up! Now that's a new feature I believe they added in Brotherhood, is that anytime you find these lifts, if you run towards them while holding R1, Ezio will kick it off and he will get pulled up. It's an easy way to climb up faster, and also, as you're doing so, the load that the lift is loading can potentially drop on enemies that are chasing you. And you do get an achievement for killing a certain amount of enemies that way, so these guys are operating the cannons. Mercenaries. Mercenaries were highly mobile in the Renaissance Italy, moving from contract to contract. Professional captains called condottieri, usually paid for by cities, recruited men for a fixed amount of time. Many of the for-hire soldiers who served in Italy weren't even Italian, coming from places like Germany, Switzerland, and Hungary, and I would assume maybe even France and England, who knows. In their perpetual struggle to dominate Italy, the Italian states hired mercenaries to wage war against their Italian neighbors, and the soldiers, many of whom had no code of honor, would often rape and sack freely. When the state that was bankrolling them ran out of money, the soldiers would disband, frequently to be hired to destroy the very city they had just fought to defend. Some mercenaries were honorable, fighting for a cause they believed in, but men such as these were few and far between. Where they exist, however, they were much sought after.
So, these are the new cannons?
Yes, Signor Ezio.
May I try one?
Yes, but... Go on, tell him. We cannot seem to make them work properly, and the fool who mounted them is nowhere to be found.
Then it is up to me to find him.
We do not want to waste your time.
It is not any trouble. I have all the time in the world now.
We gotta find the engineer who built these cannons, and I see his little target. Hey, you. Sleeping on the job?
Salve, Messere. We need you to fix the cannons on the battlements.
Leave me be. I do not begin repairs before noon.
Do you know what time it is?
I make cannons, not clocks.
If you are busy, someone else will fix them.
Uno momento. No one else will touch my cannons. Soldiers have no respect for artillery. They expect a gun to work like magic. You need to feel her out. Give her a little encouragement. We are only equipped with simple cannons now, but I got hold of a design from France, yeah? A hand cannon. Something called a wrought iron murderer. Imagine firing a cannon from your hands. That is the future.
And that, my friends, is what we call a gun. But yeah, at this point in the time period with the game, guns, well, not exactly guns, but flintlock pistols and blunderbusses were slowly starting to become a thing.
What have you done?
We used them.
They were not ready for firing. You could have gotten us all killed. Let me see.
His breath is more fatal than our cannons.
Only when you two fools are shooting them. There, try it.
Sure.
Aim at something to test the alignment. The
They-
aiming mechanism is fine. The problem must be behind the cannon.
There we go. It's just got a lot of recoil is all. I missed him.
Again. Again.
Alright, alright. There we go. Fire! Now let's go for a far target. Gotcha.
Perfecto. At least someone here knows how to shoot. Now, for the other one.
I must go.
Thanks for your help. If you hear the cannons tomorrow, do not worry. We will be practicing at dawn.
Too bad it will not do you any good.
Very fun. Now fix the second cannon.
Okay. We fired some cannons. We caught Mario's horse. We're all good to go. You guys have fun fixing those cannons. I got a party to attend to. Get down. Oh, well, that explains it's a broken ladder, so that's why I couldn't latch onto it.
Isn't there a decency law?
Alright, let's go. Oh, sorry.
Modern Romolo.
Knock, knock. Guess who's home? Oh,
Buongiorno, Ezio.
Katerina.
To what do I owe the pleasure of your presence here?
I desire an allegiance. The papal armies have resumed their march on Forli. Your mercenaries would be a great asset to my cause.
It is likely that I can give you what you seek. But we will talk later. Mother.
Maria, Claudia, Caterina, Mario,
Machiavelli.
and
It is
Machiavelli.
Though not, I think, as any of us expected. I entered the Vaticano and faced Rodrigo. Used the power of the papal staff against me, but I defeated him. Combining the staff and the apple, I gained access to the vault. There, a moving painting of the goddess Minerva spoke. She told of a terrible tragedy to befall mankind in the future, but gave hope of lost temples that will provide aid to humanity. And then she called out to a phantom, Desmond, as if he were there, standing beside me. After her warning, she vanished.
Amazing.
I cannot imagine such wonders.
The vault did not house the terrible weapon we feared. This is good news.
What of this goddess, this Minerva? Did she appear human?
Yes, but her words proved otherwise. All of her kind died many years ago. I wish I could show you the magic she performed.
Who is Desmond, and where are these temples Minerva spoke of?
I do not know.
Perhaps we must search for them.
Tell me how it ended with Borgia. Did Rodrigo beg forgiveness? Make excuses? Promise power in return?
No, none of those things.
Interesting. I'm surprised he remained so composed.
I let him leave.
The Spaniard lives! Once our enemies are dead, we can speak of vaults and gods and ancient places. You should have killed him. We're sure to suffer for it.
I am not here to debate the past. Together, we should discuss the future.
No. I am leaving immediately for Roma.
Ezio, I do not know why you spared him, but I trust your judgment. Machiavelli will come around.
I'm not sure. Machiavelli tends to be a bit... I don't know. I'm actually stupid for not, because he appeared in the previous game, too. And I was stupid for not realizing he was the Niccolo Machiavelli. 1469. The famous philosopher, writer, and politician. Unarmed prophets have always been destroyed, whereas armed prophets have succeeded. These cynical words were written by Niccolo Machiavelli, one of the greatest minds of the Renaissance. Considered a pioneer of realist philosophy, he believed that all men are evil and will act upon their vicious nature, if given the chance. The third son of a Florentine attorney, Machiavelli was tutored by his father in grammar, rhetoric, and Latin. In 1494, he entered the government service as a clerk and an ambassador, made a member of the Florentine Diplomatic Council. He was sent to the courts of France, Spain, and Rome between 1499 and 1512. It was during this time that he met Cesare. Immediately taken with the young Captain General, Machiavelli wrote, "I can find no fault with him." Machiavelli followed Cesare, learning his approach to war until 1500, when he became, I keep saying 1500, but 1500, when he became the de facto leader of the assassins. From 1500 to 1503, he settled in Rome, although little is known of his activities there. In 1503, Machiavelli was put in charge of the Florentine militia and the city's defense. He recruited citizens for his militia, preferring men who had a stake in Florence's continued success to dispassionate mercenaries. His strategy seemed to work in 1509, when Florence defeated Pisa. Machiavelli continued to partake in the Florentine government after the Medici family was chased off, but when the Medici returned, they arrested and tortured him. He was accused of conspiring against them. Unable to find any wrongdoing, the Medici exiled Machiavelli. He retired to his estate in Santa Andrea, where he wrote his famous works, The Prince, the Discourses on Livy, and the Florentine Histories. Machiavelli died in 1527. His place of burial remains unknown. Might as well show the others and talk about them, even though it's not really, oh, you saw that image, oh boy. Mercenaries. Oh, here we go. Maria. 1432, and she was a writer. Tomorrow I will make torta bolognese. I leave to pick up the eggs and meat from the market and will be back in time to open the bakery as the sun strikes the top of the courtyard. How privileged a life we lead. It is hard to remember on such a day that what is given may also be taken away. These are the final lines of Maria's diaries. Born into the powerful banking family, the Mazzi, Maria is one of the most famous historical sources of the time period due to her multi-volume diary, which has been translated by several notable scholars and is on display in the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. Now, thanks to the Animus, we know why her diaries ceased. After her husband Giovanni's arrest, during which Maria was mistreated by Florence's guards, she entered a semi-catatonic state. Cared for by Ezio's sister Claudia at the Villa Auditore, she remained silent for years until Ezio brought her a bundle of feathers he had collected during his travels, an activity that her youngest son, Federico, once engaged in. Brought back to life by Ezio's gift, her temperament has been improving steadily since. Caterina, 1463, the Countess of Flore. A countess by marriage, or contessa, if you will, Caterina was notorious far before she ever arrived in Flore. Raised in the court of Milan, she received a classical education while tutored in the art of war by her father, the Duke. At court, Caterina also acquired a passion for alchemy and hunting. In 1473, when she was 10 years old, Caterina became engaged to Girolamo Ralliero, the Pope's nephew. They consummated their marriage when she was 14. Once in Rome, she was heralded as one of the most outgoing nobles at court, while her husband had a reputation for being one of the most ruthless. With the premature death of the Pope's brother, Girolamo gained even more power, securing the titles of Lord of Imola and Flore. When the Pope died, looters sacked Rome, destroying Caterina's residence. Unafraid, despite being 7 months pregnant, Caterina rode on horseback to Castel Sant'Angelo and defended the Vatican with cannon fire and soldiers. In 1484, she moved with her family to Flore. Paid off by someone with a grievance against her husband, the Orsi brothers killed... Oh, that was the events of the game. The Orsi brothers killed Girolamo in 1488. As a result, Caterina became the ruler of Flore and Imola. She wasted no time winning the favor of nearby rulers, revising the tax system and training the militia herself. Although she advocated peace, when those around her were hurt, she dealt fierce vengeance, frequently killing enemies' wives and children in punishment. In 1499, Caesar, in his quest for territory, decided to return to Flore to papal rule. Side note, the papacy claimed ownership of most of the regions in Italy. These lands were lent out to rulers, but papal troops could march in and reclaim them at any point, much like libraries set out to burn down the homes of those who keep books checked out for too long. As Caesar marched toward Caterina, She had sent the Pope a friendly letter that had been rubbed with the sores of plague victims. It went downhill from there. As an assault by papal forces became inevitable, Caterina snuck out of Forlì with a small company of soldiers on Christmas Day of 1499 and journeyed to Monteglione, seeking armed support from Ezio at the Torre. I don't think I'm going to read these entries anymore just because of how long they take. Hey, the paintings are still here. Knock knock. Oof, rated M, everyone. That's all I can tell you. Rated M. Oh.
Welcome home.
Rated M, except, only Ezio's naked. Yeah, only Ezio's naked. Well, that's how you got political power. At least, that's usually the case. Huh? Why'd the symbol break?
Ready to go again?
You don't need to ask.
One should always have the freedom to choose. Shh. What's that?
Probably just training exercises.
That is not a training exercise, and what a rude awakening.
I have to find Mario and rally the troops.
My men are in the courtyard. I aim to lead them around back and flank our attackers.
Stay out of sight.
What a rude awakening is all I could say. Woke up from having a good night of sex to this? I will say this. Actually, no, I won't say this. Can I move? Okay, I should. Oof.
It's the Borgia.
How did we
The
not see
Borgia.
this?
They must have massed to the east during the night. We need to hold them off until the townspeople have escaped.
I will take care of it.
Look out.
Use the cannons above the rampart. I intend to lead a frontal assault.
Do you have it?
I am keeping it safe. The Borgia must not be allowed to breach the walls until everyone is safely away. Insieme per la vittoria.
We stand together.
Uncle, be careful.
I will.
Lead the way, horse. Oh, we lost the armor of Altair. We lost our weapons, but this is just because of how chaotic everything's becoming. Oh, not the horse. Gotta get to a cannon.
Signore Vittorio, thank God! We must put them back and leave the villagers escape! Aim for the cannons, Signore!
Aim for the cannons. Not just the cannons, but the siege towers as well. There are so many cannons that we can't just possibly destroy them all in time. Well, the townspeople need to hurry.
Save us, Signore!
I'm noticing that tower is getting a lot closer than what it should be. Uh-oh.
He's dead, Signore!
Come on, let me get a good aim at this. Only a few villagers remain.
Some townspeople still haven't escaped. Keep going.
Can I reach them from here?
Almost all the townspeople are outside the walls.
Destroy that tower. Oh, the people made it.
You have saved them. Wait! Soldiers are climbing the walls. Signore, forget the cannons. You must stop them.
Go! I will carry on here!
All right, time for combat.
Take this...
There. Took care of the big guy easily. Hey, big guy.
They're reaching the gate. I know you're there, Ezio! The Pope told me about you and your little group of assassins. And this! Give me the gun his friend fashioned for us! We've had too much bloodshed. I think the cleansing is in order. So consider this an invitation from my family to yours!
Basta! I can walk.
Look out! They are coming! Everyone, retreat to the villa!
I cannot fight like this. Stand with me!
No! Die!
We gotta get to the villa. Oh, but we can't really fight. We're not exactly in the best shape for fighting.
Ezio!
Hang on, I'm coming, Claudia.
Get inside the sanctuary!
Follow me!
Gotta get to safety.
I see. Go! Go! Ezio, get him!
Gotta run. There.
I can't.
I will hold them back.
Stop! Wait for us!
We thought you had been killed, Sir Ezio.
Not yet.
Where does this passage lead?
To the north, outside the walls.
I am surprised it exists. Let me through. I must go help the troops.
Hurry, Ezio!
Where's Mother? Is she all right?
I am here, Ezio.
Grazie a Dio.
Statues.
Without you.
The way out will be dangerous. Protect our mother.
And of course the exit's behind the Altair statue.
Where is Mario? I thought he would be waiting for us.
The Borgia infantry are circling the town!
Mario is dead. You must leave this place. Take Mother to Firenze. Get me a horse!
You are not coming with us. Where are you riding?
To Roma!
Go, my son. Destroy them. But remember for whom we assassins fight.
Memory 1 sequence has been synced, and sadly, that is a truth of what happens to people when they ride on horses. Eventually it can get to the point that you either lose consciousness or die, and you fall off, and that horse keeps going without knowing. I'm gonna stop here in a bit though, so
Lucy, I can't seem to get a position on Ezio's POE.
POE? Could one of you tell me what's going on? Sorry, Desmond. Piece of Eden. In the Vatican, Minerva talked about other temples, that they're the key to preventing whatever terrible thing is about to happen to the Earth.
Right.
To find the temples, I'm convinced we need to get our hands on Ezio's Apple of Eden. Minerva altered it somehow when she touched it.
Wait, we're at the Auditore Villa.
Yes, it's our last safe house in Italy. It turns out the Templars are watching the border.
Ezio hid the PoE sometime in 1507, but when I try to access that DNA sequence, he seems to be remembering something else.
Like a memory inside a memory?
Yes, exactly. Maybe.
Exactly, maybe.
I believe you experienced something similar back at Abstergo, didn't you?
Subject 15 exhibited memory within memory-like patterns, but she was pregnant. The memories of both the fetus's father and mother were competing.
Desmond's not pregnant, at least as far as I can tell. Might just have had a big lunch.
Can you skip
Funny,
ahead to a
Sean.
later memory?
No, it doesn't work.
Well, that sounds familiar. We couldn't access Altair's later memories until Desmond had improved his synchronization.
Then it's possible something similar's occurred here. Ezio's troubled state is being transposed onto Desmond, destabilizing the memory. Either that, or Rebecca's just not a very good engineer.
Thanks, asshole.
What? I'm simply listing possible explanations. And that is amongst the most likely. Touchy?
This place isn't secure. Cell phone surveillance can see right through the walls.
Don't you mean satellite surveillance?
Are you kidding? Abstergo upgraded to cell towers ages ago. The waves go through everything above ground. They're gonna find us.
No, they aren't. Come with me.
Can we hurry up so I can pause and stop? I should have not read those entries. Okay, there we go. Checkpoint reached. That's all I need to know.
There's a beam blocking it from the inside. We're not getting in this way.
What's our next move?
The road just loops back into the highway. This is not a good place for us to be right now.
Do we have any tarps? We need to cover up the van.
I really hate to stress this, yeah, but we are running out of time.
Well, help us then, Sean. Do you have any ideas?
I don't know. Maybe there's another way into the sanctuary.
Hey, I think I've got something.
And that's where we stop. That will do for this episode of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Join me next time, now that we're in the present time, as we have Desmond and friends set up the Animus and try to continue the memory sequences from there to find the piece of Eden. So that is it, and I will see you guys next time.